always said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Maddox. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Handoff from the shotgun. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line, a pickup of 6.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
The Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Oh, it's a fumble! And he falls on top of his own fumble. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And the Dogs are facing 3rd and inches. Makes the catch. Turns it on down the left side. He's at the 30. 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown Bulldogs.
I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
And the point after is good. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll leave it with him. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Here's the handoff. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in. It's Rasmussen. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They'll run play action. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. The Irish send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection. Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing, always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, I can tell you haven't played the position. If you can't step into throws and you can't follow through, it obviously affects your accuracy. And I think the hit on the quarterback right there certainly contributed to that interception.
Here come the Irish back on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Finds the tight end. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. That throw and catch a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup.
Oh, he's got some space. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
And that guy is just a man. I mean, he sets the tone in this defense. And you saw it on that play right there. Reminds me a lot of the guys standing beside me. David Pollack really set the bar for great D-line play at Georgia. I think back to 2 guys I played against, Richard Seymour and Marcus Stroud, lining up beside each other on the inside of that D-line. That was an absolute nightmare to go up against.
Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. Notre Dame has it now, first and goal. Card in the backfield. It's Rasmussen. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Texas A&M is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Johnny Manziel, and they are right back in this. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to USC. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Marshall. Here comes the heat. Got him downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Look out, he's got room. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open.
There he goes. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Couldn't make the connection on 1st down. Now here on 2nd. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Max. Across the 25, he's got room. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Georgia!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll put this one in play. 1st snap of the drive from the 25. Off play action on 1st down. Gonna take a shot. Makes a grab deep. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. Notre Dame right back to the line. Leaves it with the back. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Working the big fella downfield and outside.
Not the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the 2nd. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Leaves it with the running back. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. The give to the tailback. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
He got it. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll bring it out. It's Maddox. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll ride Davis here. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Lining up to convert 3rd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Dropping back, it's Marshall. The sure hands, it's Maddox. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second.
He's loose. At 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Dogs!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. Field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to know.
The running back has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Off the play fake. Caught near the sticks. It's Rasmussen. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
There's not a lot to think about when you're the quarterback. You've got one of the best receivers in the country. You get him the ball any way possible. It doesn't matter if one guy's covering him or two guys are covering him. He just gets open and gets first downs.
They'll give it to the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
That's really worrisome if I'm the head coach, watching my run game suffer the way it has early in this game. And that's why you're down by a lot of points right now. The only way you're going to change the scoreboard is if you're able to find a way to start running it. So if you can't do it with your running...
Throws into double coverage and it's picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Now, teams that play cover one at an elite level have an elite guy in the middle of the field that he's playing zone, everybody else playing man, and he can cover so much ground. You watch him run, he breaks on the football when he needs to, goes and makes the big interception.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to Davis. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. To the air, it's Marshall. Makes the catch, it's Cuber. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. They're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20. The give on the option. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And that's what this defense needs to get going. You've given up a bunch of touchdowns. You haven't been great early, but now you finally get some pressure, get the quarterback to the ground. Now maybe start turning this defense around.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He's got it inside the 15. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
He might want another play. Back to throw, it's Marshall. Grabbed over the middle, it's Maddox. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused, made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Got room at the 35. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Bulldogs will kick it off to start the second half. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here come the Irish back on offense. They come into this 3rd quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score, I get a stop. I score, I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Give to the running back. Looking for room at the 40. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Bunch formation for these receivers. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Shoots it to the left. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. Big play for the Irish there, reminiscent of a Tim Brown or Rocket Ismail.
Yeah, and I'm glad you used a reference in the last 30 years, Reese. Just trying to find playmakers at Notre Dame, and Michael Mayer, obviously, in the recent years was a guy that you could really, really depend on. Trying to find those golden takes, those elite players out wide is something they've been missing over the last several years.
Fires on the move. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the 1st down? He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another 1st down. They'll go to the ground. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Now the play fake. Going for the big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Well, that's the danger about being in a third and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield. The defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the...
Lets it fly deep downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. But give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. And made sure that one fell incomplete.
Fires to the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. That's reeled in. It's Taylor. Turning it on. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the first down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that. And as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback making checks. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Yeah, and you see in the red zone, all the bodies start to come inside. A lot of times you try to find a way to get to the perimeter. This offense does a good job. They toss the football. Nice job by the defense. Now forcing a third down.
It'll be third and long. Back to throw. It's Marshall. Quick completion on the out. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Man, you have to do everything in your power not to let your momentum carry you out of bounds short of the first down marker.
And I would argue, too, maybe you run your route a little bit deeper. You got to understand where the first down marker is and where I got to get to. But, yeah, I'm not running out of bounds. I'm lowering my shoulder and trying to get as much yardage as I can to make the...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
To the air on first down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. It's no surprise at all to find a Georgia defensive lineman wreaking havoc in the backfield.
Yeah, find those big, physical, aggressive dudes that can be physical enough to play the run in the SEC and then pin your ears back and go get quarterbacks. Georgia does that and finds those guys really, really often.
Under fire. Nowhere Close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Trying play action. Unloads to the right. Oh, he dropped it. He had the pick in his hands and a chance for one of his patented big plays, and he couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the returner goes down. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one, he's going for a big play downfield. He got it! Touchdown, Georgia! And the punishment has been extended.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from this offense. Look, last week you found a way to win a close game. That's what you're supposed to do. But this offense looks like they're taking it to the next level, hitting their stride a little bit, finding out who they're going to be, and they've looked explosive today.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They'll go back to work on offense. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Flushed out of the pocket. Complete to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here we go. Set. 21.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Here we go. Quick release by the QB. Breaks into the open. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To the ground with the back. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
I tell you what, fullbacks are kind of dying breeds. You just don't use them very much. So when you bring them in the game, a lot of times you bring them in the game to be physical and stout blockers, and then occasionally you give them the ball in those short yardage situations. You say, go get me a first down, big fella.
They go to the ground. Got the first down and more. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Quickly complete. Almost had a lot more room waiting there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 36.
At the 36. Second down coming up.
Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see. Drama can be mustered. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Trying to take it back. Just an outstanding return after the pick, and he'll put that offense in business at the 45.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Oh, he's got a chance. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So, listen, I would...
Oh, he's got some space. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Dogs! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. We look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
For the offense.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
They'll move it back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
A strike downfield. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down and go into those situations and move your offense backwards.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Makes the grab. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. You saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here, and now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play here in the 4th quarter.
Unleashes to the end zone. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs.
So many factors go into making the big play in the big moment. Calling the right play, getting protection. You got it all dialed up. It's perfect. And then he does that. Drops the ball right in his hands.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Dropping back, it's Marshall. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Georgia lining up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. A low line drive and short kick. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here come the Irish back on offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man on the right. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. The play action fake. Going for 6. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down. So given where the line of scrimmage was on that last play, the pass interference penalty in the end zone will put the ball at the 2. And the defense is just about out of room to defend. They are backed up right on the doorstep. The give. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we've got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
Now on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He just could not get loose, and they'll knock him down 4 yards behind the line.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just, they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit and throw the football around.
With a virtually insurmountable deficit this late in the game, might as well try to put a little window dressing on it. They'll go for it, 4th and goal. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's his 4th interception of the game. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The Dogs buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on 1st down. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead, you want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team.